Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, where we're going to be discussing the topic taking it slow and finding joy in life. The purpose of this is to give us time to reflect on our journey so far because life goes so quickly, and with the current hustle and bustle, everybody seems to be in a hurry to get to one stage or the other. So, how about rather than get to the end, we take a little bit of time to slow down? We're so much in a rush, all the way from childhood, have you realized? I remember when I was 10, I wanted to be 15. When I was 15, I wanted to be 18. When I was 18, I wanted to be 21. There was always this need to be at the next level because for some reason I'm missing out on something. When you're a child, you feel like you need your independence and you need it right now. And you feel like anything that your parents are doing or your caregivers are doing is getting in the way of that fun that you want to be having because possibly somebody else is having what you decide or conclude is fun somewhere else. Because the idea of fun is subjective, isn't it? What one or two people consider fun to other people, that is not. That is childish. That is embarrassing. That should be kept far and far away from them. The thing there is, the reason I believe it's important to slow down is because have you ever sat with somebody that has lived their life and got to a stage where they're older? 95% of them say the same thing over and over again. If only I could go back and do things differently. And when you try and unpick that a little bit, for the ones that have had a childhood where the opportunity has been there to just enjoy their childhood, be a child again, without possibly, if you've got kids or haven't got kids, just that freedom of not having to worry about anything other than just being a child, exploring the world, exploring friendship building relationships, and enjoying the company and companionship that comes with being around people. In all of this rush, one thing I worry about as well is that life is full of hidden joys, and by rushing, you miss them. For somebody that's got a kid, you miss their first walk, their first laugh, the first time their tooth comes out. For somebody that hasn't got this, you miss out on relationships, friendship, because you're so busy. The next thing is the most important thing. Is it about getting your degree? Is it about getting the next project? Is it about hitting the next contract? Is it about traveling to the other part of the world? We haven't got time. I've been watching this program, Race Around the World, and the beauty that comes with that program is that you get to see celebrities and people that are used to traveling around the world at a fast pace. They've been to a lot of these countries and continents, but the one thing they've never done is taken the time to explore what it is those places actually has to offer. So in racing around the world with a limited budget, what that creates is an opportunity to interact with the space, with the people, and actually get to explore what it is that place has to offer. You are not doing it willingly, you are forced to do it because your budget is so restricted. It's either you do that or you give up and say, you know what, I'm not doing it anymore, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of going there in the first place. So it's always interesting to kind of see how people navigate the world around them when they are put in a position that they actually have to figure out how to live within their means. Now, I am not saying that it is a bad thing to aspire to be these great things, but it's about the balancing act. Sometimes it's easy and other times it's not. But the one thing that comes out of this is the ability to be mindful and pay attention to what's happening around us. By genuinely doing this, you realize and appreciate what's going on around you. When you're mindful, you're more likely to notice things. Oh, I've been here before, but I never realized that was there. Oh, this is what that person was trying to say to me. Oh, okay. You were struggling and you need me to just listen to you. Okay, I need to put my phone down for 2 seconds. Friendship, relationship, and interaction is now one that's moved from having to do that face to face to one that's done online. And in doing this, like I said in one of my other podcasts, you create a sense of a community. But when the need to actually call on this community arises, you soon realize that it's a very fragile community. Because when you're not online, nobody seems to care because you're so distracted by everything else, everyone else, that you don't even matter because that network wasn't formed based on true understanding of what you are, or who you are. How can we say we live in a community where we've got 300,000 subscribers, 300,000 followers, or millions of followers, but that person somehow still manages to struggle to find one person to speak to? You see people then masking this pain through substance misuse or engaging in other sort of behaviors that when it eventually comes out, it is one that they're not very proud of. But we all deal with pain differently, right? Every single one of us can improve how we're able to interact with the world around us. But the only way we can do that is by appreciating the present. Appreciating the present means that we're able to just focus on now, who's with us, who's sitting right next to us, what are they doing? What are we doing? Am I sitting right next to somebody and I'm on my phone? If that's the case, then something is wrong. Because if the idea is about enjoying each other's company, but yet we are interacting online with the people that are not with us, then we're missing the point, aren't we? Are we right here, right now, but worrying about what's happening tomorrow? We've got no say about what happens tomorrow, but what we have got is a say in what's happening right now. And what's happening right now is that you're in good health. If you happen to be in good health, you've got a family around you. If you have got one, or if you haven't got one, you're able to walk down the street to a local community where there are people there willing to communicate and interact with you. Your next door neighbor has been trying to talk to you for ages, but you've ignored them. You're able to see that actually, maybe it's not such a bad idea. You're able to walk out into the local centers or into the forest walks, and you're able to just enjoy nature because it's here right now. You're able to just relax and switch off from everything and just enjoy your movie. You're able to enjoy that meal that you've been trying to cook for the last 200 years. Now that's a joke. But the seriousness in that is that we are able to invest in ourselves by talking about this meal and preparing the meal. The point is you're investing in yourself. You're able to make a phone call to your mom, your dad, your siblings, that friend you've been meaning to get in touch with. How about we remind ourselves to find surprises in the life that we live in? Because there are plenty of them, just like I said initially. Rather than flying everywhere and riding or driving everywhere, how about if we try and take a walk to explore our local environment? You'll be surprised at what you would find. Sometimes that touch and reach into nature is just the most incredible stuff that you could find. Do you enjoy walking? Have you got a dog? Rather than just take 2 minutes walk and bring them back in, how about make that 4 minutes? I would want to imagine that people would do longer than 2 minutes if you've got a dog, but that's not the point. You don't need to have a pet to go for a longer walk, a longer run, a swim, a dip in the sea. Sometimes we're so in a rush to go to somewhere else that we miss what's right in front of us. I suppose the purpose of this is about reminding ourselves of the need to slow down. I know that we can do this. And the reason I know this is because we've always got that ability, and we're able to make it happen when we put our mind to it. I'm going to stop there today, and I hope that you find this useful. Until next time, people, you make sure you look after yourself and you stay safe. It has been Kings. Peace.